What's up, y'all? This is Wherever I'm At with Malcolm-Hatchett. My podcast is a little different than other podcasts. You know, I don't have no location. I'm all over the place. One episode, I might be in the Volvo. The next episode, I might be at the ocean with a friend. The next episode, I might be up in the tree, smoking the backwood, eating a cheeseburger. You never know. This is the life of a comic. Wherever I'm at.
Wherever I'm at with Malcolm-Hatchett. Wherever I'm at with Malcolm-Hatchett.
Man, what's happening? I'm in my Volvo in Burbank outside this park. I'm near a street called Edison. Edison is really familiar to me because when I first moved to LA, I lived in Koreatown for 2 weeks in a hostel. Then I left there and moved to Burbank with my friend Dante and a couple more friends in an apartment around the corner from this park. And 3 weeks staying in that apartment, I went homeless and ended up getting a car. And this park just brings back a lot of memories because, you know, I slept outside the park before in my car on the side, street parking. And when I get my car towed, I always come to this park and think of a game plan. I get my wisdom teeth out tomorrow. I'm excited because when my mouth was wired up, that was one thing that was, my jaw was, you know, it was sore, but damn, man, my teeth, my wisdom teeth, that shit hurt. My bottom was stabbing the top and it was making my mouth bleed. Every morning I woke up, it was bad. I'm excited to get my wisdom teeth out. Today is a very gray jazz type of day. Very blue outside. Feels good. The birds singing. Some kids at this park maybe having baseball practice, softball practice because they're little. I'm just in the car thinking about, you know, what's next in life. Thinking of going home for maybe a week or so soon, very soon. See my mom. Miss my mom. My brother. Get to know my niece more. Should be 1 in July. You know, see some friends I grew up with. See, that's the thing. When you leave your hometown and go elsewhere to chase your dream, I know a lot of people tend to forget where they come from because, you know, they adapt elsewhere. But one reason I'm still living in the car, I can't keep a job, duh. And also, I don't want to get too comfortable, you know, in California because, you know, this isn't home for me. This isn't home. It's just a journey. It's just a road to success, you know. You know, I had to come here. At least make a little noise. I miss home, man. It's nothing like North Carolina, Winston-Salem. I always try to look for, you know, clues out here that kind of remind me of home. There's a lot of, you know, buildings and restaurants. You know, sometimes you find people from where you're from. And that really excites me because home is where I belong. I love it at home, man. Love it. I miss Fridays. I miss Fridays from elementary, middle school, all the way up to high school. Shit, even college, even though I dropped out. Fridays was nice. Fridays back home in North Carolina was nice, man. Until I started working at the damn warehouse. When I worked at the warehouse, after working at McDonald's for a year and a half, I worked at a warehouse, and then I was working graveyard shift, like 4:30 to 3 in the morning, so I didn't have no weekends. But when I had weekends on Fridays, you know, it was fun, man, because I would always go home, throw my book bag. And my, like, you know, high school years was fun. My senior year, because my close friend, Suri Joy, he drove a Mustang in high school, and then he got a Cooper. He's had several Coopers, I think. But he would always drive a van on Fridays. It'd be me, him, my friend Juwan, Tayshawn, and Eric. But most of it be me, Tayshawn, and Jawan, and Sreejoy. And we drive his, Sreejoy drive his daddy's van. Little brown van with a dent in it. I think they got a new one. But we go to like a restaurant called Cookout. It's a famous restaurant. It's way better than In-N-Out Burger. Fat Burger is amazing. 40 different types of milkshakes. You get a Cookout tray. You get like a main, like a burger, hot dog, whatever you want, and 2 sides like chicken nuggets, corn dog, fries, hush puppies, anything you want, 2 sides, a milkshake or any type of drink, like $6 and it'll fill you up. We'd always do that on Fridays. Get in the van, go to Cookout, and then we try to go to like kickbacks. Kickback is like somebody having like an event at their house. Everybody just got their feet up, kicking it back. This is before I was smoking. I never smoked till I moved to California, so, shit, all the people I hung out with, we were all sober, straight edge. We'd always go and just be, lit off of the food we just ate. Plus, I was into candy very heavily, very, very heavy when I was in high school. I just remember Fridays going home, text Sreejo like, yo, I'm about to come over, because Sreejo lived right behind me. So I just walk over to his house. We get in the van to go pick up the homies. We ride around town. It was so fun, man. We go to Walmart, and we went to Walmart, and we wouldn't be destructive, but we ride bikes and stuff, throw balls at each other, the little balls you buy from Walmart, no gay shit, And we got so popular in the Walmarts that I think the last time we went to Walmart in the group, as soon as we walked in, the security dude told us to leave. He like, get out. And I remember shouting, man, this is some bullshit. And we like fled and went to the Cookout right up the street. And we ate the food in the car. We just always talked about life, man. They always believed in me more than I believed in me. They always told me I'd do comedy. This was before I started, Yeah, it's an airport near here. Bob Hope in Burbank. I'm in Burbank, California. I've been in the valley. I've been in the valley. You ain't been about that bush. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I miss those times, man. And then you have to grow up, You have to grow up. You have to pack your stuff and move from out of town to go on a business trip for life. And it's been fun, man. I just remember getting here on the Greyhound. It took me 3 days. Left from North Carolina. August of 2017. I packed up my shit and left. And I was working at this warehouse called Ashley Furniture. I was going on 2 years. And that April before August of 2017, I had booked a flight, got a hotel, and paid for a showcase that Lunell ran. Famous comedian named Lunell and Hope Flood. It was a chance, to get to open up for them if you wanted. And I paid, came out here. Tiffany Haddish was the host of my show. I met Mike Epps. It was nice. And I did the J-Spot at like 1 in the morning. J-Spot is a comedy club. It's pretty much a black comedy club in Inglewood. And there was hundreds of comics who signed up for the showcase. It was different spots. It was different spots that people performed in. I think some people performed at Flappers. Some people performed at the Comedy Union. And it was a group of us that performed at the J-Spot. And I went, my show started at 10. I was out here for a week in April. But my show was that Saturday and at 10 o'clock. And I didn't go up to 1 in the morning, but my show had started at 10, the group that I was in. And Tiffany Haddish hosted it. It was fun. She was very funny. It was before Girls Trip come out. I had already knew her from the Carmichael show. Because, Gerard Carmichael, my hometown hero, he had the billboard. They had the billboard up downtown in my hometown. And I saw Tiffany on the billboard. So I got familiar with her. And it was exciting to see her hosting the showcase I was on. And I went up, I was excited. Never done comedy out here, And I was, it wasn't big where I'm from. It's not that big. It's getting bigger now. But the open mic scene and stuff, you couldn't really get up a lot. So I was okay. I still am okay. Still learning, And I had I went up at like 1 in the morning. The guy before me, he got like booed off the stage. It was rough, man. People were gambling in the club I was in. Old dude was fingering this girl. It was crazy. Nobody was paying attention. I went up. I got a few laughs. And then I just bombed. Paid all this money, come out here and bombed. And I went back to my hotel afterwards, about to leave in the day. And I was like, man, this is tough. It was fun being out here, I bombed. I didn't win. It was sad, man. I went back to my hotel, Inglewood. I stayed at the Motel 6. It was nice. They had redone it. It was really nice. But it was some crazy motherfuckers in there. And I just thought, I was like, all right, man, I gotta go back to North Carolina now with an L on my belt, And I went back to Ashley Furniture. I was on paid vacation, so that's why I went out for the showcase. And I worked for 1 more week, and then they fired me because of my points. I had too many points. When you work at those warehouses, you have like a point system that you gotta follow. And I had like 14 points. You can only have like 8. They kept giving me chances. They put out some points I didn't even know I had, but I knew I had them. I didn't think that they counted. I didn't think that they would, put them in because they said they wouldn't, and they did, and they fired me. And it was a sign, everything happens for a reason. They fired me, but that was God. That was the universe saying, hey, go to Cali. And did I go immediately? No. I got a warehouse job working at Hanes brand with socks and shit. Temp agency. I was there for like a week or two and quit. I quit, and then I got on the job that every dude from my hometown would work if they didn't, want to, do something else. If they just want to take care of their family, I got the job called Johnson Controls, I didn't have a family. I don't have kids or anything. I got mom, brother, sisters, yeah. But, family. That's a family job, Johnson Controls. You make car batteries. This is hard. It's very hard. And I got the job because I was like, oh, shit. I'm going to save up and move to Cali. And I was hustling at the time. We can get to that later on, another podcast. But I was hustling. But I was working this graveyard shift job. It was from 7 at night to 7 in the morning. Brand new. They trained me on first shift for a few weeks. And then I went to graveyard shift. And I really had no days off. I was there almost every day. Every day. And then if I was off on a Saturday, I would still have to come in. I wouldn't work 12 hours, but I'd have to work 6. And you couldn't pick the time. You couldn't come in at 1 in the morning and get off at 7. Now I would have to work from like 7 to 1. It was crazy, man. Because the older guys had the decision if they wanted to work or not. So 9 out of 10, they're going to work their regular, 40 hours. And you got to do all the overtime. And I was there for 3 months, man. 3 months. It was hard. It was really hard. I was making car batteries. I was a stacker. I got like negative and positive plates. I had to break them loose and put them in this machine, and then they go towards the other person, and then they take them out and put them in a little battery. It was tough, man. Had to wear respirator masks because you can get like lead poisoning. You had to get like shots like every 6 months there. You had to get like shots every 6 months there. Make sure your lead didn't go up. But I was there for like 3 months, so I had to get shots like only a few times. My lead was good because I never took my mask off when I was in the warehouse part. And it was rough, man. It was rough. Comedy, those 3 months I was there, I think it was June, July, and August 2017, because I moved to Cali in August. It was sad. I didn't get to perform. The guys know I did comedy there, but I was turning into those guys, because I was coming to work on time. I was packing my lunch. And I remember one time one of these guys working, he looked at me, he said, oh, you can say goodbye to life. He said it to me. He said, because this is going to take over your life, kid. You know me, I'm like, yeah, whatever, blah. But he was telling the truth. And I remember early August, Comedy Club shut down. Closed down. I think the last show I had did was in July of 2017. And I asked the booker, Ben, I asked Ben if I can, do a go-away show, because I was already planning to move to Cali. Just didn't know when. I was like, yo, I want to do a show sometime this year. I had pushed it to like December, October, before the club closed down. I'd asked him. He said, yeah, man, you keep the whole door. We'll tell everybody you moving to Cali. And the club closed down. Said cable company bought it. That crushed me. So I was still working. I was working hard, man. And I would work with this girl. I forgot her name, but she would always fall asleep. Her level was very high. She would always take her mask off and rub her nose. She was a single mom with like 2 kids, so she was always up. She would come to work and get off and have to go get the kids from day. It was she didn't get no sleep, so she would sleep while she was working. You know, you just standing still, moving your hands and shit. She would fall asleep and clog up the negative and positive place and make a big mess up our money. I didn't care, 'cause, you know, I had no business to be there anyway, you know. And it was just, you know, maybe like 2 weeks after the comedy club closed down, I was working and she kept falling asleep, and I got frustrated. I said, fuck this shit. Fuck this. I'm quitting, bro. I'm quitting this job, bro, because I had went to break before I decided to quit. It was crazy because when I first got there and I was putting on my uniform, I had looked in the mirror. I looked in the mirror, man, and you know, he had to be clean shaved and shit. I looked like a motherfucker in the army. Had on my little mechanic uniform, and I saw myself in the mirror. But then I also saw myself looking like a guy who worked there for about 30 years. It's a guy who worked there. He kind of resembled me, you know, personality and feature. It was weird. And I saw myself turning to him in that mirror. It was like a trip moment. I was very sober at the time. And I told myself, oh, this has got to end. When I got frustrated, I went back out there on the floor and I just walked away. They didn't know what I was doing. I went in. You got to take a shower before you go to break or whatever. You got to take a shower. It wasn't time for me to go to break. So I walked into the locker room and I looked in the mirror again. I said, I'm gonna do it, bro. I swear. And take my shit off, throw it in dirty clothes, shower. Gotta get the lid off. And I walk out, and this guy's already on break. You know, the old heads have been there. They go whenever they want. They stay as long as they want, you know. And they said, where you going, youngin'? And one of my homeboys, he messaged me, like, you know, once he went to break, he found out I had left. He's like, you moving to Cali, ain't you? I was like, yup. And I quit that job early Monday morning. It was probably about 1, 2 in the morning when I quit it. I was supposed to get off at 7 in the morning. I was supposed to work a 12-hour shift. And I had went home. I didn't have my kid at the time. I was left at home. My mom, she was asleep, so I knocked on the door. She didn't come to the door. 3 in the morning, she didn't come to the door. I wasn't supposed to be home until 7. So I went to this grocery store called Harris Teeter up the street from my house and my Nissan that I had at the time. And I like just stayed in it until the sun came up. Like chilled in it. Then I went home. My mom thought I had already got off work. She think I'm coming from work. She opened up the door. I went in the room. I laid on the bed. I crashed. Woke up and she was like, come on, you gotta go to work again. I looked at her. Monday morning. I looked at her. And I told her I quit. I quit. I was supposed to go into work later on that night at 7. You know, the time was coming. It's the evening time now, man. I'm supposed to be already getting ready for work. I'm just lounging in the bed. She's like, come on, what you doing? You been in bed all, let's go. I quit, Mom. Who gonna pay for the car? Cause she co-signed the car for me, you know. I paused. You doing this for comedy? You put all your eggs in the basket all the time. You doing this for comedy? Tell me you doing this for comedy. Yeah, Mama, I'm quitting. So what you gonna do now? The comedy club ain't open no more. What you gonna? Well, I'm moving to California. How? You're not taking my car? Yeah, I am. You're not taking. Give me the key. Give me the key. Take it. How you gonna get to Cali? Greyhound. Bought a Greyhound ticket Tuesday. Said it'd be 3 days. All my hustling money was doomed. It was gone. I bought a lot of shoes and shit. Couldn't save it, man. So much coming in. Bought a Greyhound ticket Tuesday. It's like $200 something last minute. I was leaving Saturday. Got an Airbnb for like 2 weeks. And then that Friday, I went back up to the job to pick up my check. About $500 from the previous week. And the lady who had hired me, she knew. She was like, tell them why you quit. Because they was like, did you quit? I was like, yeah. They were telling them the reason. Because when they interviewed me, I was really me. I was Malcolm 100%. I was funny. It was like a free comedy show. So they hired me. He was like, we don't have that. You know, everybody, you know, they got it. A lot of the older guys, but you expect that, but they don't have that from the youth. The youth just come in and just be angry, sad. It's like depression. I couldn't be there. So I was myself during the interview. I was myself working there, but I was losing myself. And she was like, tell him why. I was like, well, I'm moving to California. That's why I quit. And she looked at me. She said, well, if you come back anytime soon, I'll give you your job back. I said, all right. And in my mind, I said, you don't believe in me. I've been gone for almost 2 years, and I ain't ever going back to that job. Never. I still put friends on. I put my friends on it. I send them, you know, the links to go get the job, and they get hired all the time. You know, I know how to give people a job, but I just can't work a job myself. Therefore, I struggle. You know, but I'll figure it out. Just gotta trust the process. So I left, man. Left town Saturday. Hopped on that Greyhound. Mom couldn't believe I was leaving. My girl at the time couldn't believe I was leaving. Nobody could believe I was leaving. It was crazy because almost 2 years before that, I had quit college. And I had just gave my all working at McDonald's. Then I got the warehouse job. Then I got fired. Then I got another warehouse job. Then I got a really, really hard warehouse job. And I quit it. So me going to Cali and coming back to Ashley Furniture Warehouse and them firing me, it's pretty much saying, hey, you're not good here because you don't come to work on time. How about you go chase your dream? And that's when I had money. You know, I was good when I worked. And now it's like, damn, I don't miss those jobs at all. You know? Because I know eventually everything will fall into place. It's just how much are you willing to suffer? How much are you willing to go through? The bigger your goals, the bigger the struggle, the bigger the suffer. You know, the less you'll eat. And to do time, and then you'll be full and you'll be able to feed others. I remember that whole time on the Greyhound, man, I was listening to everything, man. I was listening to Nip. I listened to the Marathon. I was listening to J. Cole. I listened to a lot of J. Cole, because J. Cole's from North Carolina. You know, J. Cole, like the way when he raps, it's like, you feel like he talking to you because he from the same area. Like, he from 2 hours, 3 hours from my hometown. So it's like, damn, like 2.5. It's like, yo, this nigga speaking to me. So I left, man. All my friends was dying when I moved to Cali. All of them was dying, cousins. It was sad, bro. I had close calls when I was home, you know. I got robbed, gun pointed to my head. I told the dudes to shoot me. It was crazy. They took off running. I was in the car doing a transaction with marijuana. Tried to snatch the keys out the other dude, out the ignition and shit. Dude got the keys back. The other dude's already running. I go to my car, try to get my gun. They gone. It was crazy. A month later, dude put the gun onto my head, killed one of his closest friends. That was a sign. Oh, I got a purpose. Malcolm, what you doing here? Let's go. Caught a gun charge. It had nothing to do with it, but I was in the wrong. You know, I was around. So I got charged. Like, come on, let's go to Cali. Malcolm, what are you doing? I was driving on my way to work one time. I wasn't buckled up. I had weed in my trunk, and I had something else. And I had a scale in a safe in my trunk, no gun, like $1,500. And the cop sees I'm not buckled up. She pulls me over on the way to Ashley Furniture in the Wendy's parking lot, and my window automatically rolls down, and she smells weed coming out of my car, but it's not in the front, it's in the back. And she was like, I pulled you over for not being buckled up. How much marijuana you got? I was like, I ain't got none. She searched my car. She's like, why you got all this money? Why you got all this money? I was like, I sell sneakers. Why you got these rubber bands? You know, cause that's how I save up the money and shit. I just picked those up. I'm on the way to work, man. I even cleaned out my car. You got weed in here? No, I don't. The whole time I got my little push to start key. I'm trying to fucking around. I got my little lock key. I'm trying to put it in my little pipe in the back, cause when she told me to get out the car, she told me to sit on her car. I'm in her car. Her car's right behind me, so I'm like sitting on the hood of her car, kind of. But I'm trying to put this into the pipe. I'm trying to put the safe key in the pipe just in case she'll go to my trunk. But then she's like, all right, you good, but I'm gonna still give you a ticket. And I got a ticket for not being buckled up, but I still had shit in it was bad stuff, bro. And I'm like, yo, Malk, come on, bro. We got to go to Cali. Like, come on, what are you doing? And I was at a party one time with my homeboy. Fucked around, got in some shit with some niggas, and they shot my Nissan. Like, damn, bro, like, let's go to Cali, Malcolm. Like, what are you doing? And I went to Cali. Like, months later, after I got my Nissan shot, it was like the bullet was just coming closer to me or somebody that was close to me. So I left, man. I left. That was signs. You know, we ask for signs in life, and sometimes we get shit that we don't expect to be a sign. We like, oh, that wasn't no sign. That was just some bullshit. Now, those be signs. And I come out to Cali and get jumped, and it's like, oh, shit, I'm not going hard for my city. So, I miss home, man. I feel like I should go home just for a little bit, just to breathe a little more, and just tell people thank you, because those people believed in me before anybody. My McDonald's family, the first job, they believed in me, you know. They believed in me, bro. They let me get every Thursday off when I was doing open mics. They said, yeah, you get every Thursday off. Oh, you got a show this day? Well, could you come in the morning? We let you go early, but please, don't waste your energy here. We need you to go, you know. And I got so good at working fast food, they wanted me to be a manager, and I quit that and got the warehouse job because I wanted more money. I kept blowing it. It's not about the money. It's not about money at all. And if it is, it's what you're doing with it. You can get shoes, you can get chains, you get guns, you get grills, jewelry, all that. That shit don't shine forever. That shit don't last forever. Like, do something with your money. Therefore, I always fuck it up because I'm never doing anything with it. But my mindset now, I'm finna do everything with it. You guys will see. Everybody will see, man. You just gotta trust everything that you're going through. The more you complain, the deeper you dig a hole for yourself. Complain less, sweat more. That's what I say. Yep. Sweat more and complain less. I remember being on that Greyhound bus ride, man. It was wild, man. People arguing, people on drugs, people running. And I was definitely running. But I was running towards the light. Because where I'm from, yeah, it's light. But boy, them shits get turned off a lot. You know, it's dark where I'm from. You know, where I'm from, people need like a role model that they know. That they really know. Like, cause I feel like when I get to the point where I'm all over the TV and shit, people gonna honestly say, oh shit, I know him. Like, I know this dude. Like, I used to buy weed from him. Like, I know this nigga. Like, he used to be at the gym dunking on nigga. Like, I remember him. He wore fake sneakers in middle school. I know this dude. That's what I want, man. I want people to say, yeah, I know him, and I want to respond, yeah, bro, I know you too, dog. How life going? You good? You need anything? That's what I want. Don't ever forget where you come from. Don't ever forget where you come from. Because if you forget where you come from, you fuck around and get lost on your way towards somewhere else. Can't forget where you come from. You just can't. Don't forget about the people who helped you come up. Even if they told you to keep going. You know? Even if they gave you a high five after a bad set. Those people matter more than people, you know, who are always under you, you know. The people who come up to you when you down and out, when you don't expect them. It could be a homeless man on the street who just says, stay strong. Like in my album, I was outside a laundromat on track number 1, and I was talking to a guy. He was homeless. He just got put out to 7-Eleven. They kicked him out. Cops told him to go. And he started talking to me, and I get my phone. And I was like, this would be good for the album. And he was like, stay strong. You'll be back out there. I'm going to find him one day, and I'm going to help him out. I'm gonna start off by giving him some teeth, because the motherfucker was snag-a-tooth. I gave him a few dollars, you know. But those people matter the most. The people who don't expect anything, those people matter the most. You know? And life is just about passing on messages. Everything's a message. You just gotta pay close attention. It's all types of messages out here. Like recently, I've been trying to, find a job that I can do into something until I don't have to struggle anymore or work, And I got my car the other day, and I opened up my door, and as soon as I opened up my door, I saw a construction glove that I worn a lot out here working these jobs and quitting them at these temp agencies. And it was a construction glove, and it was dirty. It was ran over, but it was right by my tire, right by my car. And I told myself, I took a photo of it. And I told myself, I wonder what this means. Like what this glove, what's this glove mean? Like, it was a construction glove. I worn it a lot out here. I was like, maybe it's saying you can't work a regular job no more. That's over with. Or maybe it's saying, hey, you gotta go get your hands dirty, Mal. You see this glove? You gotta put this back on, Mal. You can't just be waiting around. Your managers, agents, they don't hit you up. You gotta do shit on your own. You gotta go back to work in the warehouse. Yeah, you left home and you come elsewhere, and there's way more opportunity, way more time to perform, but Mal, you gotta get busy too. You gotta, lift shit. You gotta, get frustrated working the job out here cause out here you work a job, you still chase a dream. Back home you work a job, the comic club ain't open no more. So you gotta get your hands dirty and then go chase the dream, cause you gotta live better, Malk. And I heard the message. I ain't figured out exactly what it is. I give it a few days or a week, and I think it'll click for me. But I opened up my car door, and there was a construction glove right by my car. Ran over, dirty, oil and shit on it. It was the same gloves they wear when you work for the city, when you make recycling bins, like the warehouse jobs, them type of gloves. They give you the gloves at the temp agencies. So I saw the glove, and I took a photo of it, and it's in my phone, and there's a message in it. It's a message. No matter what, your hands can't stay clean if you really want to get what you want in life. You got to get your hands dirty. And that was the message. You got to go back to getting dirty, Malcolm. Got to go back to getting dirty. I remember riding a Greyhound. It was scary. The scariest part was when we first landed in Atlanta, pulled up in Atlanta, it was in front of Magic City. One of the guys got off the bus, and the homeless man took his luggage and ran off with it and never came back. It was funny, though. And also, at the Greyhound station in Atlanta, it was some fucking Mexicans who lived in El Paso, Texas. They was tattooing each other's face up. Yeah, they was plugged shit in the wall and was eking each other's face up. Motherfucker had more tattoos on their face than a tattoo shop can offer. I'm saying, damn, this motherfucker's got shit that I ain't even think can be drawn. And the whole time I was on the bus, I had wore shorts. I didn't think I needed pants. Greyhound bus is cold as fuck. Had on a sweatshirt, but damn, it was cold. Had no blanket or nothing. Shit, when I packed my bags, moved to Cali, I packed one duffel bag. It was a high school basketball bag, and it had like clothes and shit in it. And then I brought a book bag, camouflage book bag. And in the duffel bag, I had like clothes and Converses. And then my book bag. That was it. And then I brought a extra little small carry-on, like plane type bag, because I knew I was gonna go homeless eventually after my hostels. I didn't know I was gonna be able to stay in Burbank for the time, but I knew I was gonna go homeless fast. So I had to get a gym bag and smaller bag, Just say I had no plan. And sometimes you just gotta take that leap. You just gotta say, hey man, I know what I want in life, and I'm gonna have to figure this shit out. And it'll be hard, man, but shit, I'm telling you, you listen to enough music like I do, you stay motivated. Music probably one of the reasons I'm still alive. Love music. Yep. When I go through hard times, I play music, man. Play Billie Holiday, Ray Charles. J. Cole, Nip. I play everything, man. I love everything. All types of music. I listen to it. Something about a voice over a beat, man. It just does something to my soul. Give me some type of motivation. Because, you know, they crying out, too. You know, comedians, we cry out, and our beat is just laughter. Music does something else to me. Probably because I always wanted to be a rapper. Oh, shit, they got the K9 police riding around Burbank. Damn, 3 of them in a row. If it's one more, I'm gone. The hell? Somebody out here stealing sandwiches or something. Yeah, it's a little cloudy day out here. See all the kids at the park. You never know what the kids grow up to be, though. That's the best part about it. Or the scary part. You just never know, man. You never know. Like, these kids on this field training to become a baseball player. It's like, which one of them is the chosen one? Like, is the one with the hat on and all the equipment? Is it the one in line next to hit the ball? Or is it the one who couldn't make it today? But he really wanted to make it, but his mom didn't bring him. So therefore, it makes him even angry. And when he gets his chance to hit that baseball, it's gonna go out of the park. And he gonna start getting scouted. You just never know, man. That's how life is. That's why you gotta stay consistent. And you have to work at what you're good at. And you gotta work at it until you become great. And then they'll remember you. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Wherever I'm At with Malcolm-Hatchett. Like, subscribe, share, tell everybody. Tell your cousin you don't like. Tell your baby mama.
Wherever I'm at with Malcolm-Hatchett.
Tell the dude down the street who keep calling the police on you because you fresher than him. Go down the street and tell him to listen to Wherever I'm At.
Wherever I'm at.
Follow my YouTube page at Malcolm-Hatchett. Follow my Instagram page at MalcolmH12. Follow my Twitter page at Malcolm-Hatchett. And show love to my Patreon page at Malc12. MALC12.
Wherever I'm at with Malcolm-Hatchett.
This is The Life of a Comic. Wherever I'm at with Malcolm-Hatchett.
Malcolm-Hatchett. Malcolm-Hatchett. Malcolm-Hatchett.